I found my first beach marble. Ooh! Oh my gosh, and it's a swirl. Oh, can't see it. Look at that. Awesome! Oh, that makes me happy. Looking underneath one of my favorite rock piles out here. Insulator. Oh, nice. Look at that. Ooh, there's a embossing too. Cool. Not seeing anything else, so it's getting cold and late. I think I'm gonna go home. Happy with the marble though. Alright. Well, Lake Michigan definitely produced some very awesome finds today. These are the beach bricks that washed up with the 17-foot waves on Wednesday night. We had an incredible, actually historical windstorm event here in northeast Wisconsin, and the top wind gust that was measured at Austin-Straubel Airport in Green Bay, which is where the National Weather Service is located, it was 65 miles an hour. And I definitely experienced that at my house here where I live. It was kind of a sleepless night. Got a little scary for a while. There's some damage around. Out closer to the lakeshore, I actually saw a house today on our way out there that it looked like a massive tree limb just totally went through these people's roof and into their living room. And I didn't hear about any injuries at all up here. There were tornadoes in western Wisconsin. That was rather devastating, but thankfully, once again, no injuries reported with any of those either. So, CM Hawker's old lime kiln from, I found De Pere, Wisconsin. Here's another one, more faint. These are, I found out they're technically paver bricks. This is one of the, oh wait, piece of cheese. Sorry, that's left over from dinner. Yeah, one of the big red pavers too. I guess you can tell by their squarish nature, typically. But these were super old. I guess they came from a road that got torn up around 1900. That's the best info I've got on this stuff. But like I said, I'm collecting them to make a little pathway garden walk, so to speak. Someday. I actually might be able to pull it off now this coming spring. I'm not sure. I want to have it so it looks nice though. So I might need 20 so more bricks. We'll see. Well, once again, I am not at all disappointed, and it's like, how could you ever go to the beach anywhere where you live and come back home disappointed because you didn't find something you were looking for? I go out there every time with an open mind, and it's like the place that it clears the soul. I'm not kidding. No, I do believe in the natural healing aspects of nature, and being outside is important to me, and I've instilled that in my children. And we all prefer to be outside rather than indoors playing video games and watching movies and stuff. Yeah, there's always days for that, but as far as what we came up with today, some really cool stuff. This is amygdaloidal rhyolite, which is extremely common up. Well, I've only been to the North Shore and some of the South Shore of Lake Superior, but yes, the beaches there, at least in the state of Minnesota and far northwestern Wisconsin, these are a dime a dozen, but not common here. Actually, somebody that I know found one of these down at the very southern tip of Lake Michigan in Indiana on the beach there, and that's cool. Like, I'm thinking the glaciers, the last ice age, they came a long way from where they originated, which was pretty much in the center of Lake Superior. There was a volcano that basically exploded there, and I don't recall the geological time period. I'm new at this, like I said, as far as remembering dates and all that stuff. But that is a fact, and that's how these rocks, they are an igneous type of rock, were formed. This is a nice one. Even up on Lake Superior, a lot of times they're just like crazy, but you don't really see one where it's like, oh, wow, you want to pick it up and check it out. And I got lucky today and found one that I wanted to bring home. So the Yooperlite, I have another video kind of recently where I explained my fascination with these and that they are a natural healing stone. There's some decent ones. This it's a little faint, but yet still a Yooperlite. The Yooperlites, all right, there's nothing fluorescent on this. I checked it out with the UV flashlight that I have, but I guarantee once I polish it up some, there's going to be some layers of fluorescent sodalite inside of it. This one, she glows like a nuke. At least with my wavelength on the flashlight that I have, it comes out like crazy hot pink purple, and it looks like it's floating. The fluorescence is like right over the layer. It's like an invisible layer on the outside of this rock. It's wild. Yeah, super cool. And then I was shocked because I have glass too that I had earlier, and it was all mixed in with this stuff. And I took the UV light, and I'm always checking for uranium glass because sometimes you can't really tell if it is or isn't just outwardly. But this thing lit up too. It's a Yooperlite, and this is the one of a kind for me. No, the red part does not fluoresce. There's little invisible spots in that quartzite. I think it is quartzite. Anyway, that it just boof. I was shocked. This is a Yooperlite as well. Make a long story short. I don't recall what this is, but it's very pretty and awesome. I want to say iron banded jasper or something like that. If anybody knows, they can feel free to correct me. I'm like I said, I'm learning proper terms for a lot of rocks. I know quite a few, but when it comes to these ones that are very uncommon for me to find up here, typically I need help with identification. So yeah, this is cool. This is the cold water agate, the Lake Michigan cold water agate. This isn't going to go in the tumbler because that space there, it'll just, the whole rock will probably break apart. But it's pretty. You can see the layers. So here's another one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably granite, but it's pretty. Even under the cloudy skies today. It stood out and was like, pick me up. This too. Nice and smooth. I think this is granite as well. And I always pick up these quartz bits. Milky quartz. Probably with some maybe feldspar inclusions there. That's the dark stuff. It's not dirt. So, yeah. Nice rock finds today. Never disappointed. Especially when we get to spend a few hours out at the lake. The beach glass finds today, not terribly impressive. You know, like I've said many times, you'll never ever hear me complain. This, I'm gonna say, is probably quite old. It's a very dark green. I'll get it wet here. Type of glass compared to, this was the one I found in a clip out on the beach. You know, you can tell the difference. So I always, when I find these really dark pieces, I'm like, oh, Heineken bottle. I feel those have, you know, for modern glass, a darker green. But this thing, I mean, the way it hazes up when it's dry, it's considered elderly in my world. 2 ambers. I think this might be a little piece of manganese glass, 1915 and earlier. And they used to add the element manganese to glass. Clears. My insulator, probably off an electric fence because this is Dairyland country. I have a couple of these now. This one's actually in pretty rough shape. But this is the smallest of the ones that I've ever found. I think it's cute. Oh, and I saved the best for last. My first beach marble ever. This was like, this made my day. It's a swirl. I collect marbles. I'm not gonna guess what company made this. There's so many out there. Alley agate comes to mind. Oh, it's awesome. It is a tad bit smaller than other marbles that I have that, you know, are from, I bought them at thrift stores and found in farm dumps and stuff, like bags buried in the dirt. Is crazy. That was over 20 years ago. That's kind of when I got my interest in collecting marbles, the farm dump thing. This is awesome. But yeah, I think this is a little bit smaller only because it's, I'm not, like I said, first time in 3 years that I found one whole on the beach. I have a half of one somewhere, but that doesn't count. Yeah, the tumbling motion, I think, is just worn off some layers of glass, and, you know, it's awesome. Just, oh, it's like a great Christmas present to me. So, that must look like planet Earth. It's nuts. All right, well, I might be back once more here before Christmas. We'll see. Got a lot of activities planned with the kids and, you know, busy time of year for everybody. So I might have one afternoon where I can escape out to the lake. So we'll see you soon. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.